Good morning, everybody. How are you? I decided today, in the lovely month of April, spring is here, right? I have decided that I am going to work in my reverse coloring book. This is the page I chose for today. This is a reverse coloring book. If you have not seen one, it's basically and this is the one I have. There are many, many out there. It's basically pages that are sort of watercolor. It's all done on one side. You can take the page out so that you can work outside the book. And it's a variety of watercolor splodges. Some of them are clearly something and some of them are clearly not. And, that one's more abstract with dots. That one clearly kind of looks like a field of flowers, unless, of course, you turn it maybe upside down and then it's maybe something in the water. I don't know. But you use your imagination and you make it whatever you want. And I love this flower composition. And that's what I'm going to play with today. So it's just going to be sort of a doodly kind of day, no pattern, and a lot of chit chat. That's what I want to do today. You can also, I have cut these pages up and made them smaller, which, should I do that? Should I make it a little smaller so it doesn't take forever? Maybe. Nah, I'm going to leave it like this. If it ends up being two videos, then it ends up being two videos. Maybe this is what I'm doing all week. Turn on my light so you guys can see really well. Watch your eyes. It's going to go all, there you go. Wait till my camera adjusts for the white balance. And I'm just going to doodle here. Decide if I want thin lines or thick lines. I think for this flower, I'm going to go with thinner lines. And I'm going to make it have sort of central thing like that. And you just do whatever you want to do on these pages. That's all there is to it, really. It's quite simple. It's a bit mindless, which is cool. That's just fine. Oh, I just thought of something that I need to write down so I remember. Give me a piece of scrap paper. Has nothing to do with work. I mean, with this channel. It's just something that popped into my head that if I do not write it down, I will forget. And I really need. Where's some scrap paper? Good gracious. I don't know where all my scrap paper went. How about here? Is that a piece of scrap paper? Yep, there it is. There we go. My desk is a mess. I really need to clean my desk. Okay, let me make a note. Painting classes. That will help me remember something I need to ask someone. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your indulgence. If I'm learning that as I age, some of my remembering is a little less accurate. And if I recall something, if I don't write it down right away, if I can't get to it immediately, I need to make myself a note. And if I can't make myself a note, I will misremember. And that's frustrating. I'm sure it's just a part of aging, but it's frustrating. And I don't want to misremember. I don't want to forget to ask the question. We are going to be somewhere where there will be painting classes offered. And I want to, somebody else is going on this this vacation prior to us, and they said, well, while I'm there, did you guys want to ask any questions about your upcoming trip? And it was like, yeah, I want to know this. I'd already asked some other questions, but I had forgotten about that one. There's a group of us who are crafty going, and we'd all like to take the painting class. Even my husband's interested in taking the painting class. Okay, that's what I want for that one. And then coming out here, I think these are going to have sort of like lollipops, these ones. Yeah, I'm really excited that they don't do it on all of the ships, but on the Carnival Spirit, they do paint party classes. I think that's awesome. What a fun thing to do on a cruise ship. Um, okay, let's do questions, because I have something to talk about while I'm doodling. Come on. Can't get it out of the box. Come out of the box. There we go. Would you rather have an amazing sense of smell or taste? taste, I think, because I can choose what I want to taste. You don't always get a choice as to what you're smelling. And if I had an overdeveloped sense of smell, I think it would overwhelm me. I already have problems with like fragrances and stuff. It's yeah. So I think taste would be much better because then you can choose what you're on to taste. I can imagine what it's like for a dog or a cat who has an extraordinary sense of smell. How overwhelming the world must be. Did you ever think about that? I never thought about that till just now. How overwhelming is the world if you are a dog or a cat and everything just smells? And you can smell things that humans can't smell. You know what, I might take my other pens. Create something different in here. Nothing says you can't color on top of your coloring. Is there? Nope. Nope. There is nothing that says you can't do that. I'm going to get a deep olivey green. And then I have this limey green. Make that a little more distinct as a leaf, I think. And then we're going to see, that just gives it more definition as as a plant life. I do that up here. So let's do these as the same way I did these and these. That one, I'm going to do here. They kind of look like light bulbs, these, or balloons. Ugh, I'm so tired today. The day I'm doing this is daylight savings day. Ugh, the change of the clock just is awful. And not only is it awful, just as a change of clock thing, that wouldn't be so bad except for last night. My husband also had to go pick up his sisters at the airport. They were coming back from a trip, and he was going to have to drive to LAX, which is never a fun place to be. And he was supposed to meet them there at 10:30, which is late, especially on time change day. And you have to get up early the next morning for church. But then their flight was delayed. I guess they pushed back from the gate, and then they sat on the tarmac for 2 hours. Ugh, how awful is that? Apparently it was due to weather. But yeah, can you imagine being stuck on the airplane for 2 extra hours? It's like, why didn't they just leave them in the airport? Let them sit there at the airport where it's comfortable. They could get a snack. They could have a nap. Whatever. Anyway. So instead of leaving the house, he had to go get his sister's bigger vehicle. From her house. So he was going to leave the house about 8:30, about 8:30, I guess, in order to give himself plenty of time to get there. Give a bit of I can get lost time, because I always give myself I can get lost time, especially going someplace complex like LAX. It's not the easiest place to navigate. Yeah, but instead of leaving and having to leave at 9:30, he had to leave at, or 8:30, he had to leave at like 10:30, 11. Left at 11, right after 11. So instead of 9, it was 11. So I stayed up late to make sure that he didn't fall asleep. He actually went to the airport because that was always a possibility. So I stayed up, and then he didn't get home. He says the clock said 3:15, which is 2:15 minus the time change, but ugh. So he got home, got in bed at 3:30, and he had to be up at 6 o'clock. So between him not being home, because I sleep not as good when he's not home, and him coming home at 3 in the morning, and getting up at 6 in the morning, I just, yeah, there's like no brain cells happening today, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to just do something that didn't take a lot of thought, you know? I think I am going to use my brush pen. Make some darker bits. Some shadows. Make some deeper, thicker lines. And it looks more shadowy there. That's better. I like that better. Do this with a different pen, probably. Am I? No, I seem to be doing it with this one. That's alright. That's alright. Okay. We're getting there. What am I going to do with this one? I think I'm just going to add some more dots in the dark. That's all I'm doing with that one. Okay. I'm going to, with the brown, add some more brown in the center of that. That's not dark enough. We're going to go back to... Here we go. So I don't do well when my sleep is interrupted. So if you add up all the hours I slept last night, it was probably not too bad. But they weren't all at one time. Just kind of doodling around this, kind of going upside down almost. Looks good. Yep, that looks good. Okay, so let's do these ones. Just like I did this one over here, I'm going to do this one. I'm drawing pretty fast. I really would like to have this not take all day. Figure out leaf shapes, something like that. Something like this. I may, well, no, I will come in with my pen designate more distinct leaves here. This was the olivey color, right? That one's kind of brown. I'll put a little bit of this bright green in there just to give it a different tone. And go with the browny color again over the top. Yeah. Okay. So this one, do some more. And then some shadows in all of these. I choose to put the shadows at this point because this is such a random kind of drawing. I'm just putting them where I feel like they need to be. Not based on any kind of art theory or anything. Just feel. I just feel it. Look, that needs a shadow there. Mostly it's the things on top of other things. To add more dots to that and to this one. Then I'm just going to do this corner up here. Well, then we'll be done. Like I said, I'm just playing. I'm just enjoying color. I'm enjoying shape. Not necessarily pattern, but just color and shape. Bright green's a little bit intense. We'll just go over it with this sort of olivey green. Those leaves are kind of intense. That's okay. I'll go back to this thinner pen. And we're going to do a chrysanthemum-like petals here. Quite kind of have their mind of their own, these petals. So would you draw? I will sometimes when I'm watching other people do reverse coloring books, it's like, that's not what I would have done. Would you have done something different? Do you see something different in this? I'm pretty sure I mostly just see this random bunch of flowers like strewn about, like they had a, it kind of looks like you've gone to the flower market and you bought a whole bunch and you've laid them out on the table and you're going to make an arrangement, but you haven't done it yet. That's what this feels like to me. Just random flowers that don't seem to make any sense as to where they're placed. This one is not part of this. This one's its own thing. What that was, but it's its own beast there. That's pretty. Maybe I'll do another one similar down here. Like that. Something like that. Do I want some more? do this bright green. We're going to make some leaves that look like actual leaves. Going to put a little bit of this darker here. Amazing how just a couple of lines will make a blob look like a leaf. Okay, that looks good. All right, I'm going to zoom out. I think I'm done. I should have taken a before picture. Gosh darn it, I didn't. I was going to, and I forgot. Oh well. There we are. I'm just going to sign. I'm going to sign over here in the corner because I'm not sure which way I like it. I'm not sure if I like it this way, if I like it that way. I think I like it that way, but you guys can't really see it very well on the viewfinder that way. So I'm going to leave it like this. Zoom in. And yeah, that is what I did today. I just played with reverse coloring. I had a heck of a lot of fun. I think I want a little bit more definition in here with those shadows. Just a few darker bits. Don't have it dark enough. Some areas, just to give me a little bit more depth. That's better. That's better. Sometimes you can't stop fiddling. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. You're done, Dawn. You're done. All right. You guys have a great day. I will see you on the next video, whatever that turns out to be. I haven't decided yet, but I feel much better. My caffeine has kicked in. I am starting to feel like I can actually function. So this was a good warm-up. for my fingies. And whatever you see on Thursday is going to be whatever comes out of me now that I am warmed up. You guys have a blessed day. Do something nice for someone today. Make the world a better place. Give somebody some flowers. Go find some place you can pick some flowers. Don't take them off of private property, but you know, if you have a yard that's starting to blossom, pick some flowers. If you don't have a yard that's starting to blossom, maybe you can find some place to purchase some flowers. Brighten your day. Brighten somebody else's day by giving them flowers. I don't know. Anyways, you guys have a blessed one, and I will see you on the next video, whatever that turns out to be. All right, see you guys later. Bye-bye.